Good afternoon, dear students, and welcome back to our today's online class. Today we are going to start our new chapter, chapter number 8, where we are going to study about water and its properties. For this purpose only, you were asked to do a warm-up activity in your earlier class, and you were supposed to draw as well as write few lines about some uses of water in our everyday life, and most of you have done excellent work. Now in our today's class we are going to discuss about some properties of water, and we will also try to do some demonstration. You can also, I suggest you to try this demonstration experiment at home also by yourself. Now, water has certain properties that make it a very useful substance for us. In this chapter, we will learn about these properties only and try to understand these properties through some activities. So let us start our today's class. Okay, boys, now in our today's class, we are going to understand some physical properties of water. Physical properties such as color, what is the color of water, its smell, how does it smell, its taste, how does water taste. We'll also try to understand whether water has any shape or not, whether it occupies any space, whether water flows. If it flows, then from which place does it flow? And we'll also try to understand the state of water as well as whether water dissolves any other substances or not. So these are the properties which we are going to understand in our today's class, and for this we'll do one small demonstration, and with the help of that demonstration we are going to understand these physical properties of water. To start our demonstration, we need certain things. Since we are doing experiment based on water, the first thing which we need is drinking water, pure drinking water. So this is the first thing which we need to have. Then we need to take one glass tumbler, okay, and please try to see its shape. It has its own shape, and this is the space inside the glass. So this is the empty space inside the glass. We'll also take a bowl. Okay, you can take any type of bowl. This is a china clay bowl. It has its own shape and it also has its empty space over here. We also need some salt, some sugar, and a spoon to stir it. Now let us start our demonstration. Now first let us start with our water, drinking water. So we are trying to understand the physical properties of water. So the first physical property of water is color. So as I can see over here, this water does not have any color. In fact, it is transparent, it is colorless. So my first remark or my observation is water is colorless. So water is colorless, it doesn't have any color. Now to have its smell, I'll open this bottle. Okay, now I'll take this close to my nose and I will try to smell it. So this water doesn't have any smell. So my second observation is this water does not have any smell. Do not smell, or does not have any smell. This water, if it is pure drinking water, then water will not have any smell. If the water becomes dirty and that dirty water contains smell, foul smell, then that water is not drinkable water. Okay, boys? So if water has any type of smell, then please do not drink it, because pure water do not have any smell. Now, I will try to find its test also. So for that, I need to drink this water. Okay, so when I drink this water, I found out that it does not have any taste also. Therefore, my conclusion about taste of water is drinking water does not have any taste. Does not have any taste. Okay, boys? So we have done 3 observations, and they are: water is colorless, which you can see again. It is colorless, it does not have any smell, and it does not have any taste. This is T-A-S-T, sorry, T-A-S-T-E, test. Okay, I wrote exam test, so this is T-A-S-T-E, test. So water does not have any taste. So now, to find out other properties of water, now we will start our experiment. Now for that, we need water, we need a glass, and we need a bowl. So do they have different shape, boys? Yes, they have different shape. They have their own shape. Okay, this is small in size, but it is little wider or bigger in size compared to the glass, but it is smaller in height. And the largest one is our bowl, and they all have different shape and different size, and they all have their own space. This is the space inside the bowl, this is the space inside the glass, and there was a space inside this bottle which has been now occupied by water. Now we'll try to see the shape of water, try to understand the shape of water. Now first, let's observe this bottle inside which we have water. Now you can see the shape of the bottle. Okay, now this water which is inside the bottle has also taken the shape of the bottle. Now if I pour this water into a glass tumbler or into a bowl, will the water remain in the same shape as it is inside the bottle? Let's try to see that. Okay, so I'll remove this to do that experiment. Now I'll pour this water inside this glass which has its own shape. Now the water which is inside the bottle has the shape of the bottle. Now let's see what type of shape will the water have when we pour this water in the glass. Now you can clearly see that water is occupying the space which was there inside the glass. So we can say that water has its space and it occupies space, which is very clear from this experiment. When I poured water into the glass, water occupied space. Now if you see over here, the shape of water has changed. It now doesn't look like the water bottle. Now it looks like the glass tumbler only. Therefore, we can say that the shape of glass or water has changed from the shape of bottle to the shape of tumbler. Now let's see what happens to the shape of this water when we pour this water into a bowl. Now bowl has wider shape and it has larger space also. So let's see what happens when we pour this water into a bowl. So when I pour the water into a bowl, now you can see that now the shape of water which was there earlier inside the glass tumbler is not there now. The shape has completely changed. Water has taken the shape of the bowl. Therefore, we can say that water does not have its own shape, but it takes the shape of container. Is that clear, boys? And if you see over here, but its shape changes, but its volume remains same. It occupies some volume and the volume always remains same. Now over here, when we poured water inside the glass tumbler, the volume inside the glass tumbler was occupied by water, and when we poured that water into a bowl, again same volume was occupied by water inside the bowl also. The water didn't come up to the rim. Whatever volume it had, it remained same. Is that clear, boys? Therefore we can conclude that water does not have its own shape, but it takes the shape of containers. But water definitely has its own volume. Am I clear, boys? So volume means water occupies space. So let us write those observations over here. So water does not have its own shape. Water does not have its own shape, but it takes the shape of others. Takes the shape of others. Is that clear, boys? What about space? Does water occupy any space? Yes, water occupies. Yes, water occupies space. Okay, so we have now reached to our final stages of our experiment, where we need to find out whether water flows or not, and whether water dissolves any other substances or not, and finally state of water. So to do the remaining observations, to take the remaining observation, let us continue our experiment. Now for that, now I'll take the bowl of water which we poured from glass tumbler. Now I'll take another bowl also. So these are same bowl of same height, same space. Now let us try to transfer this water into another bowl. From this bowl we are going to transfer this water into this bowl. Now let us keep it like this and try to observe whether water from this bowl flows to this bowl or not by itself. Let us wait for a few seconds. What did you observe? Did the water from this bowl flew to this bowl by itself? No. Why? Because they are in the same level. So water from this bowl will not flow into another bowl. So that means water is not flowing from one bowl to another bowl when these bowls are at same level. So let us try to do little different arrangement. So what if I lift this bowl to a little height and keep this bowl containing water at lower height. Let's wait for some time. Will this water from this bowl flow to this bowl? No. What if I tilt this bowl like this? No. And try to receive water from the bowl which contains water. Is the water flowing? No. This bowl is at higher level, and this bowl containing water is at lower level. So is the water flowing from this bowl to this bowl? No. So in the second condition also water doesn't flow. Now let's try another condition. What if I raise this bowl containing water to certain height and keep another container at a lower position? Now, what if I tilt this bowl containing water which is at higher level? If I tilt this, what will happen? Let's try to see. So you can clearly see that water from the bowl which was at higher level starts flowing downward towards the container which is at lower level. So what can we say then? We can say that water flows from higher level to lower level. So water from higher level flows towards lower level. So we can conclude that water flows, but from where? From higher level to lower level. Is that clear, boys? So water flows, but it flows from higher level to lower level. My son Rafael is helping me. Okay, he is my assistant today, so he's trying to fix other things. So let us now come to our end of this experiment, where we will try to see whether water dissolves substances or not. So for this we need salt and water. So salt, this is salt and this is water. So let's do the demonstration. So we'll first add some sugar, and we'll also add some salt. So now we'll stir it for a while. Stir it nicely. Okay, now let us try to see whether the sugar and salt has been dissolved or not. Let's try to stir it nicely. Now you will see over here that sugar has started dissolving. Their size has become small, and the salt has almost disappeared, which means that the salt has completely dissolved in water, whereas sugar is slowly starting to dissolve. And after some time you will find that there are no sugar particles over there. So this proves that water can dissolve substances, but water cannot dissolve sand, water cannot dissolve stone, water cannot dissolve wood. But there are many substances which gets dissolved in water, and examples can be salt, sugar, etc. And water also exists in 3 different states. Water exists in solid form also, like ice cube, ice cream. They are solid form of water. Water also exists in liquid form. So this is the liquid form of water, drinking water. And water also exists in gaseous form, the water vapor. When we heat water, water vapor comes out. That is the gas form of water. Therefore, water exists in 3 different states, and they are solid, liquid, and gases. This much for today, boys. I hope you enjoyed our today's class. We'll meet in another class with some other interesting topics based on water. Until we meet next time, stay safe, do your assignment, and do all things well.